Hi, vinyl community. It's Maria. So I'm doing the really fun Jason Skills 2023 cassette tag. And so I've brought along one of my mini cassette carriers that I bought in the 80s, which is when I bought, well, 80s, early 90s is when I bought most of my cassettes up until recently, and now I bought like five in the past year. So I'm gonna start the cassette tag. So a tape from 2022. So this is one that it's off, free LSD. And I've shown this in other videos. It's like there's this jazzy aspect to it. They've added a saxophone. This is, a lot of people have brought it up as one of the best releases of 2022. I got it on cassette instead of vinyl because of the price, and that's going to lead to another one of the questions in here. So yeah, it's great. The in between the songs, there's F, L, S, and D, and it sort of just connects it where you can like listen to the album as a whole. It's, I don't know what they're calling it, like jazz, punk. I don't even know, but it's good. So get off free LSD. Okay, so let me just do this. So, number 2, punk or new wave. So I'm going to show the Lemonheads, Hate Your Friends. So this came out in 87 when the Lemonheads were punk, and I'm wearing the Lemonheads, Hate Your Friends t-shirt that I got at their show in DC. And I'm going to tell you, I don't buy t-shirts at shows. But because Hate Your Friends is up there really high on my list, I'm like, oh wow, they've got a Hate Your Friends t-shirt, so I bought it. So anyway, this there's a really punked out version of Amazing Grace on here, and I've already instructed my brother that will be played at my funeral. You know, keep it traditional, play Amazing Grace, but do it Lemonhead style. So yeah, this and oh wow, and I don't even have my glasses, but it what was the other one? A Sad Girl, Buried Alive. There's a lot of Hate Your Friends, of course. Yeah, I think my favorite is every time that punked out version of Amazing Grace comes on, I'm hooked. So question 3, metal or hard rock cassette? I'm going to show Led Zeppelin too. And this really doesn't need a lot of explanation. And I really should have gotten my glasses. I'm going to mess up my hair. Okay, so on this one, I have 3 Led Zeppelin cassettes, but this one's got a whole lot of love, Ramble On, all these what is and what should be. So this, of the 3 Led Zeppelin cassettes I had, I thought it fit more for the hard rock. What was it? Metal or hard? For the hard rock, I've got that one. So still sealed. Okay, I don't have any cassette that's still sealed. But unfortunately, I have some cassettes that I've never listened to. And what's really sad, and there are 3 of them, when I was living in Germany, an Italian friend made these cassettes because we knew this Hungarian guy. So this would have been 1993. He said, there's this Hungarian band called Bikini. And they and I Googled them because, like I said, I haven't listened to these. They do is sort of like, I guess, new wave type of, and they're very famous in Hungary. And so my Italian friend borrowed this Hungarian guy's music to share with me, and so Bikini 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna listen to these. Unfortunately, I've had these since 93 and I've never listened to them, and I'm not gonna put these back. I have hand problems. It's sort of hard to reach. Most experimental. So I thought about, I considered a few things. You know, I had like, you know, jazz, but I pulled out the Sugar Cubes. So this is Life's Too Good. And you know, I experimental, they were described as, you know, avant pop. So yeah, the Sugar Cubes is my experimental cassette. Now, from the 80s, A lot of these, like, just the bulk of my cassettes are from the 80s. So I want to choose something that I never see people show in the VC. It is Suzanne Vega, Solitude Standing. And for years I confused this cover with the Rolling Stones. I can't remember which record it is, but like with my bad eyes, I'm like, oh yeah, Solitude Standing, and it's Rolling Stones. But no. So yeah, there's a picture of Suzanne Vega, Solitude Standing, came out in 1987. It had one big hit. And I'll tell you what I was doing in the month before that big hit was on the radio everywhere. I was licking my wounds and trying to get over someone named Luca. And I was telling myself, I'm never going to think about Luca. I don't ever want to hear the name Luca again. And then I'm driving down Peachtree and the radio starts playing My Name is Luca. And everywhere you went, it was on the radio, it was everywhere. So pretty hard to get over someone named Luca while they're playing a song constantly. It might be like that poor sap who was trying to get over Barbara Ann when the Beach Boys released the song. I mean, I'm just making that up, but I mean, how many people are trying to get over someone and then, like, you know, put it in the comments. Were you ever trying to get over someone and then all of a sudden there was a song with their name all over the airwaves? Let me know. Number 7, hip hop or R&B. So I pulled out Percy Sledge, which I bought because I knew I loved the song When a Man Loves a Woman. And so this is really my only R&B that I have. And there's some, I don't even think I have hip hop, but so anyway, yeah, that's my R&B. So okay, number 8. You have on CD or vinyl. Oh, I forgot to pull out the vinyl. Tormato, and can I get to it really quickly? Oh, where are you? Did I put these? Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, I've got it on vinyl. And I really like, so the song Onward by Chris Squire, when I went to see Yes for like the 5th time, it was right after Chris Squire had passed away. So before they took the stage, there was a bass standing up in the spotlight, and they played the recording of Onward, which he wrote, and they had visuals. They were flashing up pictures of Chris Squire through the years, and so Onward, incredible. And I really love Madrigal. The video is, you know, they're playing a harpsichord and the band is in the harpsichord. It's anyway, yeah, so this is, I think the hit off this was Don't Kill the Whale, but interesting album, and yeah, I have it on vinyl. I've had this is, most of my Yes is on vinyl, but I bought this in 86 or 87 and didn't get the vinyl. When I found it on vinyl, I'm getting hot with this jacket. When I found it on vinyl, I immediately got it. So that's why I have it on vinyl. Okay, this is the best. Okay, most expensive cassette. So I don't have anything that's, you know, like rare that would that's really, you know, expensive. But when I lived in Germany in 1993, I had my Walkman, and I was buying, you know, Soul Asylum. I'm buying American stuff, and I told myself at one point, I said, okay, you're going to keep your journal in German. You're going to listen to German music in your Walkman. You can't walk around listening to Soul Asylum. So I bought Die Prinzen, Alles nur geklaut. That was their big hit, Alles nur geklaut. So and I'll tell you what I paid for it, because it's the what's it called? Price tag is still on here. So and I'm going to tell you, there's bad music, and then there's bad German pop music, and that's a whole nother circle of hell. But some of the gems on this is Du spinnst doch. Let's see. Ich kann nicht rappen. Let's see. Blaue Augen. And then, of course, Alles nur geklaut. So this is probably the worst cassette in my collection. What did I pay for it? So I got it at WOM, World of Music in Munich. And if you saw it, $24.99 Deutschmarks. So what I did, I found out what's the exchange rate Deutschmarks to dollars in 1993, which was one Deutschmark was 59 cents. I've done, I've done the math. Let's see. I don't even know if that's going to focus. Anyway, so I paid $14.74. Adjusted for inflation, a dollar in 1993 is worth $2.05 today. Adjusted for inflation, look at that bottom number, $30.22 for the worst cassette in my collection. So that's it. And I was able to do all of that because of number 20, double cassette or tape from box set. I have this, and I'm just kidding about doing the math from this is Legacy of Great Economists, so it doesn't really get into the math of economics, but so it's 5 cassettes, and I think I found this at Goodwill, and it's really, they're covering, of course, Adam Smith, Karl Marx, John Maynard Keynes, Milton Friedman, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that I sort of jumped ahead to 20. So let me go back. So yeah, that German cassette is really bad. Oh, let me add to that. There's a song, and I might link it in the description, by Die Prinzen. It's called Be Cool, Speak Deutsch. And it is like the worst, but they make some good points. They're talking about all the English words that have come into German and saying like, be cool, speak Deutsch. I'm going to link it in the description because you will, it's funny. It's funny. I think they're intending for it. I don't know. Like I said, bad German pop music. Okay. So number 10, techno, electronic or synth. So, I've got Soft Cell. It's the singles. I think it says Soft Cell Mark Almond memorabilia, the singles. So, Soft Cell, they just released an album last year called Happiness Not Included. It was really, really good. But what I really loved was their stuff from around 1981, 82. Their cover of Tainted Love is still, oh God, it's just incredible. My favorite song is Say Hello, Wave Goodbye. In the video, Mark Almond is just absolutely gorgeous. I love him. I've got one of his solo albums, Vermin and Ermin. So anyway, these are the singles. And so what they did, this is 10 years later, so it's 1991. And so they got Memorabilia 91, Tainted Love 91, Say Hello, Wave Goodbye 91. I Feel Love, was that the Donna Summer, Georgia Moroder. And then they have, A Lover's Spurn. This is Tears Run Rings. Really, really good. Soft Cell, really great synth. And I used to play the heck out of that. So now, bought at a show. Okay, so this is it's a split cassette that I bought a few weeks ago at South Bend Commons. And it is Feral, and on the other side, Judy and the Jerks. And this just came out, got it at the show. And let's see. Oh, so Feral is 2 of the members of Nog, and I always speak very highly of Nog on my channel. And it was the first time I had seen Judy and the Jerks, and I ended up getting one of their records. Or a record. I don't even know how many they have, but this, and it's got the Muppets on it. So this is the most recent, or one of the most recent cassettes that I bought it at a show. A Colored Shell. So I misunderstood, but it doesn't matter because it answers both. I thought the shell was this part, so the yellow. So this is the Bad Brain self-titled studio debut. This isn't I got this just came out, but when it originally came out in, the early 80s, it only came out on cassette. So the shell I thought was this. So this is the yellow tape, and actually my copy's green. And I think I chose that when I ordered it. And so apparently when I rewatched Jason Skilz' video, this part's the shell. So either way, green shell, yellow shell, Colored Shell, a great album, reggae punk. Import. So This one, I guess technically I imported because I bought it when I was living in Germany in 93, and this was everywhere. Ace of Base, of course, a Swedish foursome quartet. Um, All That She Wants was really big. So I bought this in Germany in 93, but you can tell it's a import because the album Happy Nation, and it says includes, oh no, Happy Nation US version, and it includes 4 extra mixes. So yeah, technically I imported it. We've got, All That She Wants, and Don't Come Around, Living in a Happy Nation. So this is really good. And when I moved back from Germany, my brother overheard me playing this and walked up to me and goes, "Your taste in music has really gotten bad." But no, that's a great album, Happy Nation by Ace of Base. And will you buy more cassettes in 2023, and why? This is why I'm looking down. I've got the yes, more than likely I will be buying, oh, my back, I will be buying more cassettes in 2023 because a lot of the bands I go see, they don't have stuff out on vinyl, and my tablet freezes up, so sorry. And so I've been buying stuff on cassette, and and also as far as with the off, I'm so sorry about my tablet. I really need to buy a new one. As far as off, when I looked at the price of the vinyl, I decided to get it on cassette. So the answer, am I here? The answer to that question, yes, I'm going to be buying more cassettes in 2023. What do you play your tape on? Well, I can't show, I'm not going to move the tablet because I'm already having technical difficulties, but I have a Sony dual cassette deck that I bought about 15 years ago, and it was the most recent addition. It was the most recent in my collection, and I've just completely stopped, haven't I? Okay, it was the most recent in my collection, and up until about a year and a half ago, when I bought a new turntable, a new CD player, a new receiver, and new speakers. Yay, I'm back. I'm moving. I'm gonna have to get a different tablet or something because this isn't really working. I'm freezing up. Mixed tape or a blank tape. So this, people have given me so many tapes over the years, but this one is the one that I listen to the most. I was dating someone from Italy, and they made this tape for me, and it's Otto Tre e Otri. So you've got Luca Carboni, who I saw in concert, Vasco Rossi, Gianna Nannini, and let me just tell you, I would sing along to lyrics that I understood, and I would sing along to lyrics that I didn't understand. But so I got this in 94. It was, someone made it for me in 94, and I listened to it all the time, like through 96. And one day I was driving, I was heading south on Piedmont. I stopped at a light, my windows are down, it's the summertime, and I wasn't singing, I just had it playing in my cassette deck. And some people in the car next to me just busted out laughing because I don't think Americans like to listen to music with foreign language lyrics, but apparently it was very amusing to a bunch of guys in a car. And okay, so album that you'd like on tape or vice versa. Okay, so I honestly, I would prefer vinyl to cassettes. So this is my brother's girlfriend made me, dubbed me Paul's Boutique. Cocteau Twins are on the other side. So Paul's Boutique, this is how I listen to Paul's Boutique. Yeah, I'd love this on vinyl. Definitely. I would really love this on vinyl. Oh, and while we're talking about mixtapes or people dubbing tapes for me, over the years when people have, or even me, apparently I recorded stuff off the radio. I would cut pictures out of magazines and make, anyway, I would make stuff like that. Oh, I'll show that last. Just really pretty cassette, just to make it look, is that upside down? Anyway, oh, and then I have the Cars Greatest Hits, and you'll know why I chose that if you saw their video for You Might Think. So yeah, so anyway, what number am I on? Number 18, an 8-track or a VHS. I have a lot of VHS because my brother, like 20 years ago when he was in the military, 20 years ago when he was in the military, and they could buy things cheaper or something, and he bought me a DVD player, VHS player that I still use. So VHS, Land of the Lost, Sid and Marty Krofft classic. And right down here it says Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition. That's the first line of the song, and they go over a waterfall, and all of a sudden they're in the land of the lost. This is two episodes, really great. And for some reason, and I was going to Google the dates, for some reason, Sid and Marty Krofft, although I think they're Canadian, they opened the World of Sid and Marty Krofft here in Atlanta. And I Googled this years ago, like 5 years ago. It was open for like 8 months. And apparently one of the months it was open, we had my birthday party there. I don't know what year it was, so I can't, I think, let's say it was my sixth or seventh birthday. But for some reason, they opened it in Atlanta, stayed open for 8 months, and we celebrated my birthday there. Sid and Marty Krofft had some Electra Woman and Dinah Girl, like all these really great, from when I was, really, really young. Okay, so number 19, your second, third, or 23rd cassette. So I can't remember which tape or which cassette I bought second, but I looked through all of my cassettes, and I found within these cassettes, which one did I buy second? Well, I chose second. Songs from the Big Chair, Tears for Fears, and they also released Tipping Point last year. And I've mentioned before that I went to the concert, and they're still vital, and it wasn't just like they played 7 songs from the new album as well as the hits. And a lot of the hits came from Song from the Big Chair, which I bought in 10th grade. It was in my Walkman. And it was one of the best concerts I saw in 2022 because it wasn't a nostalgia act. They're still vital. So yeah. I already did 20, where I showed you a cassette from a box set. So I'm going to do the bonus. The bonus is a single. And I'm going to tell you, I never at any point in my life considered buying a single. But last month, 2 months ago, I bought a demo tape from Royal Scam, which is another band that Ryan from Nog is in. And I'm going to call this a single because it's got 2 songs on it. And if you look at it, that's a single, and Jason Skilz is going to count that as my bonus. So yeah, that's it. These are my my cassettes. It was a really fun tag. I wanted to add, like, I found other things that I could have added, like one of like a live cassette, Simon and Garfunkel live in Central Park. I listened to that when I first got it in like 84. What else did I add? I have a cleaning cassette that you run through, and you put like, anyway, you run it through to get the dust out, I guess. I have that. There was something else that I was going to add to this tag. Oh, but as far as if it's a tag, Vinyl Richie tag, you're it. I want to see what cassettes you have, because I know you went to a lot of shows, in the 80s, and I'm sure you have some really good punk cassettes. So tag Vinyl Richie, you're it. And that's it for now. Thanks. I'm going to come back and do Christians. There's so many. I'm going to do Christians 365, and then I'm going to do Tommy's punk tag. So expect those. Bye.